Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was
I know you've both been sitting patiently for the past 2 years. Wait for your shot, so I made a decision. Neither one of you will be starting.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
Skip that. I have to redo the fucking college game that I did last night. Because the Wi-Fi was taking a shit.
Well, there is no hint of fall here on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon. Students and alumni have made the early season pilgrimage to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami for the season-opening kickoff classic on EA Sports. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on a team that's made the long trek cross-country, the Oregon Ducks. College football is back here on EA Sports. The new season underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's White. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Smith catches left side. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A big test ahead. His first collegiate snap coming right now as the Ducks have it 1st and 10. They start out with a run by Ferguson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. You know, Charles, you and I get to call a lot of games at the next level, but walking into the stadium, there's just something about the college atmosphere, the bands, the pageantry. So nice for us to be able to get the assignment to call a few games on Saturdays this fall because, let's be honest, there's nothing like college football.
I would agree with that. Look, there's electricity that crackles no matter whether it's college or the NFL. But this is a different vibe altogether when you're talking about a college game. And how about the one we're getting right out of the gate? 2 powerhouses in the college football world going at it to get things started.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. He was taking Charles, you know, it's worth mentioning here again that this is just such a big ball game. You think about right off the bat in the regular season to have 2 top 10 teams facing one another. What a treat.
And I love how you just presented that because this trend, I think, is going to continue because of the college football playoff, and that trend is scheduling tougher opponents earlier in the season. Look, we used to just all load up on easy wins to get things started before you get in the conference.
He's got it at the 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson, 50 yards, and the Ducks have taken the early lead. Well, Coach O'Brien, he could not have asked for a better start for this offense, getting a score on their opening possession. I guess maybe that justifies the call he made with which quarterback to start.
I'm just wondering, from everything we heard this offseason, what do you think, partner? Did he flip a coin about who would start at quarterback, or did he really evaluate them in the preseason? And look, that first drive, first career start against a big-time opponent, packed stadium, noise coming from everywhere. How about how he handled this? Took the team right downfield, put 6 on the board, and how about the statement of Tommy Matthews on the sideline? He's telling him, this is my job to lose.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Ferguson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
27-yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's Ferguson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Park. It's caught. He finds Myers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. The Ducks come up now 1st and 10. Ferguson on the draw. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Fucking guy.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ferguson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on 1st down. Burgess. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunter. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now Ellington. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is Ellington. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the defense. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
White's pass complete.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll run it. This is Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. So simple math here. The first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
1st and 10, Florida. To throw, White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there in the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now White with a first down throw. Throw left side complete. It's Perkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. He gets Beasley right side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
1st and 10.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hand. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Gators, nothing.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Right back to Ferguson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Off the play fake. Park. Complete to Myers, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking to throw. Park. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Now White lost the football.
Yes.
This will be scooped up by the defense.
Yes.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
Picked off.
Is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, Ferguson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Very one-sided affair. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, White. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain.
They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield and they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Operating from the gun, White. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
From the gun, White. Throw left side complete. That's Perkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's White. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Oh, yeah.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Oh,
now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And some space here.
All you got to do is...
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And they rattle off a big one. 59 yards for him on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the carry,
it's Ferguson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Okay, let's go.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, the incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football. Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up, just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, a first ever college start at the quarterback position. How hard is it to win with someone who is unproven like that?
It's always hard. Now, we've seen guys do it, but to me, there are few and far between because the teams that don't have returning starters at that position, or at least guys that saw significant action and can handle the pressure a little bit, you got to put them a little bit of a notch below everyone else because in high school.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Play after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Fucking slaughter. Slaughtered those motherfuckers. It's time for Wake and Bake Dab. What about you, Debbie?
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Wake up. What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team.
I just won 49-0. Fuck are you talking about?
Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
I didn't steal shit.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you.
It's not my fault.
Look, Tommy, I'm
Dick
sorry.
would say it, but it's not my fucking fault.
I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
I mean, shit. I don't think I'd act any different. Dude's being a fucking dick because he's jealous you took his spot in high school.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
78% THCA.
First and 10, LSU. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Kelly. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not at all what they envisioned decision on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and start them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will let him throw here on the very first play. And caught by Cameron right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Some space here. Trying. There he goes. And off his first carry.
What?
Let's go the other way. It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
4-yard line.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Thomas, and caught. This has been
fucking juke me.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the goal gets tough in here.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know,
they
were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team always talks about a fast start, but it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On first down, Park. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tigers, nothing.
On 2nd and 7, Thomas complete to Kelly. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense will get their hands on it. Go the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Kelly. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Thomas. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Hey, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time,
See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen.
Fuck, I threw a pick.
Now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Yeah, I threw it right to his face.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And he is into the end zone for an LSU touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, Park, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to the air on 2nd down.
God damn it.
Escape, and down he goes.
This sucks. I'm getting fucked up now.
Passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But
look at this, it's a fake.
Fuck, that sucks.
Close to the 1st down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. On 1st down, Thomas finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Thomas setting up the screen to Kellen. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime with the Ducks on top in Arlington. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ducks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll keep it on the ground.
God damn.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on third down. Clark. And Cameron has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ferguson, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ferguson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down. It's Ferguson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down. It's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown from 17 yards out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And some room to work. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
That's the score. Ducks 28. The LSU Tigers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's Thomas on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards.
49-yard line.
This is Kelly. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Thomas will look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. We have played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll run on first down. Ferguson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ferguson. And the window closes quickly. They'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try with Ferguson. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
For the extra point.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes inside and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23 yards, the final tally. The delay.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
the tackle.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down and 4, Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
5 yards. It's second down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Thomas.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Thomas. And that will be incomplete.
Thomas's pass. Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface template that you're looking at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On first down, Burgess. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on first down. Ferguson. And some room to run now. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try to run down here with Ferguson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. What a great start for this junior quarterback as they get the victory here in the College Football Kickoff Classic.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. It wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
Just because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already? Now I have to deal with you?
I know you upset. That dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. Now wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
But I've been kicking fucking ass, though. I threw 1 interception.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Oregon Ducks.
You okay, son? Yeah, Coach, I just...
No, he's not.
Tommy. You alright, Tommy? We need some help over here! Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
Wonder if this pressure is perhaps getting to this young Oregon quarterback. They trail at the break. Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. I'll keep you updated as we receive more information.
22-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Flynn is complete to the tight end Clay. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And it's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
48-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. For USC, such a storied program. 11 times they've been crowned national champions, beginning with the earliest way back in 1928, all the way until their most recent title in 2004. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now an update, by the way, on Tommy Matthews still in. How about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ferguson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
First down. It's Burgess. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Fucking goddamn it, that motion took too long.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
No worries.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll hand it off to Ferguson. And he's got room. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Well, it's been a tight defensive battle so far. No touchdowns. Only the kickers are putting up the points here. You know, I think a lot of the fans in the stands may be saying, oh, come on, give me some touchdowns, Charles. You probably like this defensive battle.
I certainly do. This is football to me because I enjoy a defensive chess match to see if anyone can solve what these defenses are throwing at the offenses. But bottom line, can this offense rally without Tommy Matthews? Can they find a way to get points on the board that don't come from the kicker, putting them through the goalposts?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Ferguson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 3rd and goal, Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ducks have the lead. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he hadn't shown a preference for the quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again. Flynn. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Going underneath for Charles. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. Boy, this is such a nerve-wracking time right now for both of these fan bases. Heck, my palms are sweating, CD. I don't even have a dog in the fight right now.
Yeah, and you're doing better than me because it's just your palms sweating. Right now, I have soaked my shirt with this ball game and everything going on. Can you imagine what it's like for that young quarterback down on the field if you and I are like this?
That's the thing. Your right leg is tapping up and down. My left leg's tapping up and down. I can only imagine what it's like to be inside that helmet. Look, no Tommy Matthews. The spotlight, Charles, shining just brightly right on him.
And you know what his head coach, Red O'Brien, has been telling him this entire time? Teams win national championships, son. Don't worry about trying to do it alone. The lights might be bright right now, but you've been in similar situations like that throughout the season. Carry us home. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing on 1st down. Park into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ferguson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the handoff, the This is Ferguson. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Pistol, Ferguson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Women's team.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Well, since he's come into the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks, and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly.
He fucking pitched
that
shit.
Incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.
Tonight's final
So they changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions.
Fuck yeah.
And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Neat. And that's only junior year.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these 2 kids had is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe.
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everybody's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews.
You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool.
That's my head. That's a lag.
Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys sent their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kids, so I stayed behind. Made sure you're all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
But hey, they did leave you the trophy. Wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I was gonna say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach.
Look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
Oh, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute. Okay, Coach. Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me.
Something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision. I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well,
then I should
what
go
does
to
this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
My other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense. Get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Transfer different schools, bro. God damn it, I'm gonna be a running back. Fuck it.
Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and you see how well that worked out for him. I guess I could try it too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby.
Was he eavesdropping?
Yeah, always.
I'm not sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Cupcake?
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I gonna play?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both Heartbreak Kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once. Certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
What got me doing now?
All right, Dan, show me what you got. Let's go.
Ready up!
Wasn't a spin, but okay. Dude, how am I supposed to truck this guy? Isn't that what I just did? I don't understand.
All right, not bad. We may have something here.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Well, no doubt the best college game this Saturday is here in Miami Gardens, Florida. The place, Hard Rock Stadium, as two of the top 5 teams in the nation will face off. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Miami Hurricanes. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
On 27-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. They find some open field here. And brought down
but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Hard to believe, Charles, that it was just this time last year that he was the one handing the ball off. Now he's running the football, and it's his high school teammate Tommy Matthews handing it to him.
Yeah, it says a lot about the dedication to the team, doesn't it? Because you know he wanted to stay at quarterback and compete for the job. But once Coach Red O'Brien made the decision that Tommy Matthews was going to be his guy, and remember, just a year ago, what were we hearing? Red, you can't win with two quarterbacks. You can't do it that way. Well, he's made a decision, a firm decision for his team, and now he's putting them both on the field at the same time, hoping for great results.
And CD, I'd also say this, in an era where there are so many transfers, especially at the quarterback position, hats off to him for finding a new spot at running back and wanting to work with Tommy Matthews.
Yeah, no doubt about it for him. It's the team, the team, the team.
On third down, it's Park. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Matthews.
What the
and they're going
fuck?
to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Fuck, bud.
On first and 10, Daniel. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The best
My bad, I had a phone.
Quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can...
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. Well, for a kid that started his career as a quarterback, he's certainly showing a lot of conviction carrying the football.
Yeah, he is running with some power, and I think he's running some frustration out of his system, don't you think, partner? Because you know he wants to still be a quarterback. But Coach Red O'Brien made the switch. He has gone along with it. I think he just wants to show that he can contribute, and contribute in a big way. And the way he's running the football, there's no doubt about it. They've made the right choice.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Daniel under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
That's caught by Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Miami punter out on the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brock Lee in punt formation.
The Miami punter out on the field as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 33.
Intercepted.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The ball carries.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now we're seeing Matthews handing the ball off to his running back a lot more in this one. It kind of seems like Coach O'Brien has changed up his offensive strategy a bit for the national championship.
I feel like he's gone back to his defensive coordinator roots here, Brandon, because Coach Red O'Brien, as a DC before he became a head coach, he saw the game one way. Now he's seeing it a little bit differently. I think he took a...
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 27, Daniel. They go screenplay to Langford.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Henderson. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Woods, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ducks 14. Hurricanes, nothing.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Daniel. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Off play action, Daniel. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
3rd and long, it's Daniel. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's fielded at the 45. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Park. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, from our vantage point up here in the booth, and look, we have the luxury of kind of seeing the entire play from a bird's eye view, but his knowledge of blocking schemes seems pretty impressive.
Oh, I would agree with that totally, and I think it's similar to wide receivers that flipped over to become defensive backs. Okay, you know what receivers are going to do because you used to do it that way. Well, as a former quarterback, he can see the entire play, the entire blocking pattern, and understand what it looks like before the ball's even snapped. And I think that's to his benefit, and of course, it's benefiting his team.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. after the touchdown. Here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Number 87.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Shotgun snap for Daniel. Under pressure, and down goes Daniel.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
25-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, Park. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. And they give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second down. It's Park, and he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
28, Hurricanes nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Daniel on first down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The first down pass.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on second down. Daniel. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniel. This is caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniel. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Being chased out left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. From the red zone now, Daniel. Got an open man, it's Washington. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
To number 18.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand column.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
A season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New Orleans, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the Oklahoma Sooners against the Oregon Ducks. Here we go, the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in as we are off in the College Football Playoff National Championship from New Orleans. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. Brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now. It's Park, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. We've talked about his transition to running back and how impressive it's been. Gosh, I seem to be more impressed as he goes with his vision, Charles. He seems to see the lanes much better than most running backs.
Oh, and let me continue that with you because I like what you spotted there. That vision to see where the hole's going to be or where it won't be and make a move and a cut. to anticipate what the blocking is going to be downfield, read that, and cut off of it. But how about his vision and understanding that once he made the move, it was time to get in the weight room.
I thought he had
get
that.
stronger, get more physical. And he's breaking some tackles as well.
And speaking of that strength, it was the strength coach before the last game that told us he improved his squat by 100 pounds just in 3 months alone. That goes to show that lower body strength that he has.
On second down, it's Park. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To throw on 3rd down, Matthews. And he hits him in stride. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Well, after winning the national title last year, this team has been so focused on getting back, and they are back on this stage, Charles, and really playing some of the best offensive football that we've seen this year.
And that is so difficult to do, not just playing some of the best offensive football. As you say, getting back to a national championship game. A lot of times after winning it, people are too self-satisfied. They kick back. But this team, they want to show that it wasn't all about the defense, which was so strong last year, and a lot of those defenders have moved on. How about Tommy Matthews? He is now the starting quarterback for the entire season after having to split time last year, Brandon.
On second down now, it's Park, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Matthews is going to float this one deep right.
We caught it. Holy shit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. That's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
It's Young on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and he leads with 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of the 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. So he's able to take it in, Charles, for his first rushing touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, congratulations to him. But right now, I'm thinking like an NFL GM or a personnel guy. I'm watching his development as a runner. And boy, oh boy, am I thinking to myself, can I get him, really continue to mold him, and make him an even better player on the next level? Because I can run halfback options with him. And by the way, he could be my emergency quarterback. Could open up a roster spot for me as well.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Young on 3rd down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Off play action. Matthews. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson, 52 yards. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing is Matthews. Throw left side, complete. That's Park. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And that is our first connection there for the Heartbreak Kids on the pass and catch, and I'm guessing probably not the last connection for them in this national title game.
I would agree with that. Nice throw there by Matthews, put it right in his hands. But how about this young man and his switch to receiver? Think of what he's had to put into it all year long to get ready to go for this one. It's not as simple as just going in the backyard and changing over, and now you catch the ball instead of throwing it. You got to run all those routes, be tough downfield, and make catches. I am really, really impressed with what I've seen from him thus far.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Clark. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And they continue to hand him the rock at running back. He's been a real workhorse so far in this game.
And he's given his friend and quarterback Tommy Matthews some real security back there, because even in heavy traffic, he's rarely losing yardage. He's falling forward on every carry. Guess what? People have to start coming into the box a little bit more on defense. That should open up the passing lanes for Tommy Matthews downfield.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Well thrown by Young, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 2nd down, Young again. Over the middle, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And in that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there, 17 yards.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
46-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, Thomas. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
At the 45-yard line.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ducks 35, Sooners nothing.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. The Ducks will come up now on a first and goal situation. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Park. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Young working out of the gun. It's into the hands of Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. And they'll run past midfield just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected. That run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd down, it's Thomas, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Young. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Out of the gun, it's Young. Steps away to his left, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Thomas, powering forward. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Thomas, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
42.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Young. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
For number 80.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On the right side, caught by Green.
Holding offense.
Oh, why are we doing this?
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll throw again. Young. He's sacked back around the 28.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. So I could pay the proper price.
How much were they at the time?
15 cents.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast for you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Park, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Park, and a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for him. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd down now. It's Park, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Park, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Tonight's final.
What a run for the Heartbreak Kids, and it all culminates here in the Big Easy. They are the national champions. So that truly a champion's performance. Weapons galore on the offensive side of the football, and they finish things off in style as they will be crowned the champions of the college football world.
Hey, you know, it was really great what you did.
What do you mean?
I know you could have gone to the draft last year, but instead you risked everything to come back here and help us. It means a lot to me, man.
Hey, we've been through it all together, man. You know I love you like a brother. So, are you feeling thankful enough to finally admit that I'm Batman?
Come on, let's not get carried away now. But hey, I will admit, you're no Robin.
Okay. Well, at least there's that.
Superman.
Supes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can work with that.
Yeah, you know, he's Batman's equal, his biggest rival. And even though they battle it out from time to time, they always wind up back as close friends.
I can definitely work with that.
But hey, just in case you ever go stepping out of line, you should know that I always keep an extra thing of kryptonite on me at all times.
You might need that in the NFL. Against me. No cap. Ha ha!
Well, that was certainly a college career for the ages. And it was my honor to be there with you guys through that part of your journey. And I just want to thank you for taking us through that. Now, we're closing in on another critical chapter, the NFL Combine.
So, the NFL Combine. I spent so much time preparing for it.
I'm gonna do this later.
Some things you can't ever say you're fully ready
I shall see you all later.